everyone, welcome back to the channel. Changing gears today, we're in the manual vehicle and we are going back in time to when people had patience and attention span to enjoy beautiful pieces of art and just allow them to wash over your mind. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea. This is going to be a different video. I realize a video like this, it's not going to be of supreme interest to all of my subscribers, but sometimes you have to step outside the box and enjoy some art. Allow it to wash over your brain, your psyche. You don't have to analyze it in a completely concrete way. You can just allow it to flutter and float and see where it lands on your brain. This is the artwork of Ethereal Art Energy on Instagram. We have corresponded a number of times in DM messages. One of you, I'm not sure if it's you, as in the artist of these paintings, but the subscriber, the commenter, like sleep, said, can you go through these paintings and just give your thoughts? So with the first painting here, I'm going to say that it's aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. It's a garden scene, but sort of abstract. It's very creative. There's a beautiful variety of color, and they're bright colors, and it gives off a feeling of brightness. It's beautiful, and there's a very interesting color field going on. So it's titled The Field. I see there is titles now. Okay. Number 2. No title for this painting. We have a sort of pink orchid, flower of sorts, and somewhat similar to the first painting, expressionist, creative, some abstract blocks of color. Interesting. Almost the same style as the first one. They could go together. There's some interesting geometric circles going on here. Very nice. Acrylic on canvas. This is an interesting one. Almost reminds me of the one I have in the background there that a lot of you said looked sort of like a I was kind of inspired by Stanley Kubrick's Stargate sequence at the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey, when the protagonist is sent through that space portal, and there's that really abstract, interesting scene where I think they put it through some sort of rotoscope, or they did something really interesting to create those contrasting abstract colors. And this painting here is like expressionist vibes. The coloring and some of it's acrylic, but it could almost look like pastel. The color scheme almost reminds me a little bit of the Scream by Edvard Munch, I think his name was, from the Netherlands, and the iconic painting. You should know the Scream. If you did see the painting, you'd recognize it. You know, the person's going like, and it's sort of it's been interpreted as a statement, but interpretation and art is always such an interesting conundrum, because I'm not sure what Munch's comments were on his painting, but human angst and anxiety of the human condition. But this spiral, it's interesting. It reminds me of the some of the color patterns in The Scream by Edvard Munch, and The Scream as well. The mask from the film series Scream, not exactly high art, but the mask that the murderer wears is based off of that painting, the face. Here we have some more abstract, some interesting, once again, geometric sort of circles going on. So you're not getting symmetry here. You're getting like asymmetrical impressions. And once again, very pleasing aesthetically. I like it. Here we have some trees, the trees of life. I've taken some photos like this before. It's always an interesting composition. Just tree branches against white, against the sky, because you get that contrast. And it definitely speaks to the congruence, the congruent nature of nature. When you put it side by side with, like, say, human cells and science, and it's always an interesting ponder. So it's a photo. Some birds, very nice, serene. Not quite in focus. Let's just skip that one. Some more pigeons. Close up of some shale rock, it seems to me. It's interesting how rock will chip away like that. That's what it seems like. It's not bark. It looks like some sort of shale rock surface that's been chipped away by some force. Aircraft, dog, more rock, abstract. Hey, this looks like some inspiration for one of your paintings. There we go. Oil on canvas. And looks to me that previous photo was an inspiration for this. Minimalist, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. Some good balance. I like it. This one's quite expressionist, and wow. Are these roses? It's really interesting, all of this orange and the way it mingles with the red. It's definitely abstract, experimental. Wow. That's just a beautiful nature scene. Very nice. Nice. Once again, reminding me a little bit, at least aesthetically, of the Scream. Wow. The trail to where? The trail to nowhere? The trail to home? And it almost seems like the trail lifts off. Is this an icy forest? Beautiful. Minimalist. There we go, a plant. Oh, these are some sitars. Very beautiful. And an excellent instrument sonically. Persian instrument. I really like this one. Very abstract, very colorful, very interesting to look at. Very Baroque. There's lots of detail. Another minimalist one, but pleasing. I like the liveliness, the color. Abstractionism. This is very, you have these abstractions, these shapes, which are really interesting to play around with. Recently, there's an album by Run the Jewels titled Run the Jewels 4, RTJ 4. And the album cover, they did an abstract version of their logo with these abstractions as shapes. It makes for some real dynamic aesthetics to look at, and they can be experimental. And this is black and white too. It'd be really interesting to see this with color added. Just looks like an up close photo. blur. Oh, very nice. Another one where we could add color to it, but the contrasted version that we have here also just looks really interesting to me. Another one, but 2D abstractions. The previous one I was mentioning about Run the Jewels, you had like these 3D. Of course, they're drawn in 2D, but they're like 3D abstractions. And this is very experimental, very beautiful. You have this, it looks like a camel. I don't see the hump, or the hump is blacked out, but very beautiful. Back to a colorful, impressionist sort of aesthetically pleasing plant piece. Very nice. Minimalist, but really excellent use of color and swirl. The way everything comes together. It's imaginative. There's a lot of good blending here going on in the corners. I like it. And now I'm no expert on art by any means, but very nice. I like it. It's surrealist. It's not explicit. It's not obvious what you're looking at, but you can interpret it. The cow. That's a nice piece. And you have these abstractions again, once again, and no color. This looks like pencil. I'm not sure if it was pencil or not, but it'd be a nice sister piece to the cow. Pups. Ooh, I like how the style is very versatile in terms of these styles. And are we seeing, like, you can almost see figures in the back, but it's not really 100% clear. So very nice. I love this. I love these. It's almost like hair, but nature. Pastel on paper. Very nice. Very nice design. Pastel, interesting form for sure. Acrylic on canvas. Ethereal, experimental, nice use of color. This looks like it could, I'm not sure if it's finished, almost like there could be additions made. Endless additions. Wow. That's great. That reminds me of these rock formations you sometimes get in like the Midwest and southern United States, like Arizona and any sort of place where there's desert. But it's also like plant life, like some fauna going on here. So it's really interesting. These styles just switch up so fast. This looks like Golayak because you have these icy colored flowers blended in, mixing with all of this other stuff, and then this splatter formation. Some pollock. I really like this one. Simple, and yeah, that's my type of painting right there. Just filling the canvas with color. Some birds. Oil on canvas. Interesting color feel. Very impressionistic right here. It's like an impressionist painting. You let your eyes wander. Let your eyes go out of focus and it becomes in focus. I like this. I like this one. Very nice. Love the contrast between the black and the red. And these circles. These circle formations. Love it. Very simple. Wow. So much range, this artist. Another sort of impressionist photo. You let your eyes unfocus and it becomes this, I mean, it's there, but it's very beautiful. You have these like sort of sunflower dandelions foreground, this body of water. Very nice. Once again, colorful, the variance, the aesthetic. Very nice. Same thing. I really love these colorful ones for sure. Once again, very detailed. So much expressive. It's so expressive. Oil on canvas. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Imaginative. Is that a cityscape? Very nice. Very impressionist here. Very nice use of color. Another minimalist. Plant scene. Ooh. Dang. That's a very nice abstract. Very surreal. Not quite sure what you're looking at. It's like a Pollock painting, but it's very energetic. It's dark, frenetic, but it's kind of menacing. Ooh. That's interesting. Reminds me of Star Wars when Qui-Gon Jinn is fighting Darth Maul. Those beams of energy. It's like a puzzle that your brain wants to put together but can't quite figure out. Impressionist wonder. Once again, very, very, very cool. Abstract. Nice. Nice. Muddy. Different. I like these. This series. Very talented. The variance is very impressive. The variety of style and aesthetic. Oh no! I lost my place. Let's see if I can find it. I think we're around here. Sorry. Very nice. That's very nice. I think this might have been my favorite when I did look through these before. It's just aesthetically great. Reminds me of a stained glass window. And same. Oh. It's impressionist classic. Once again, looks like the Hamptons. A little vacation in the Hamptons. I like this one. Sort of winter scene. It's almost like apocalyptic, a beautiful apocalypse. And the same thing. You have that beautiful contrast between these cool colors with these hot colors. Wow. Wow. So, very talented artist. A lot of variety. And maybe I should start my own Instagram for my paintings. I'm nowhere near as talented as this, but it's something that a lot of people find. I really love this piece, and that took a lot of time. You know, it's an inspiring thing to do. It can be soothing. It's good for the mind. It's good for your creative intuition. So very nice, enjoyable. So shout out to Ethereal Art Energy. And I know this wasn't a particularly typical video for the channel, but hey, it was cool. So that's some art and my impressions. And I'm by no means an expert, so we'll see you all soon. Later, my friends. Bye bye. Enjoy. Do some painting today. Maybe pick up a brush, pick up a pen. You don't have to paint on canvas. You can paint people's faces, make them smile. Then you've made a painting for the day. Yeah. All right. Later.